With many recording in YouTube and Google and all over, many people try to give the same message you give. What's the difference between your message and other people's message? And what do you think, what is special inside of you want to share it with people?
Many people, like you said, they do have their speeches and they have their lectures. But me, I'm a simple person. I come from a nice family and a good background, alhamdulillah. And if I were to give you a message, it would be to be straight, to be honest with yourself and with others. Because when you search for the truth, you can't have something in your heart. When I was searching for Allah, when I was looking for the truth, I had nothing else in my mind. Nothing else during the day, nothing else during the night. Once you're desperate for this kind of knowledge, then you'll get it. And it doesn't matter if the person has a really nice talk or if they don't know how to speak very well in their language. You will benefit from them based on what you want. You'll gain from them what you need based on what you want from Allah.
Young, old, male and female, what message you want to give them? What's something from your heart you want to share? Deep from your heart, according to your life experience. And the minus.
It would be to just ask Allah. Ask Allah for the truth. Because once you take the first step in asking from Allah, then He'll come to you. But for young and for old, it's never too late to search for the truth. And when you ask, you will get.
As a young girl now, you're in college, and a lot of girls in your age won't get married. What is your advice for yourself and for them?
I believe that marriage it's like your provision, and that it is your qadr. If you get married, you'll get married. If you don't, you don't. Because many people live, many people die. They die young, they die old. Sometimes they don't marry, sometimes they die even before they get married. And marriage is something that, again, it's not in your hands. It's in the hands of Allah, like everything else. What you have to focus on is that you have to ask Allah, "Oh Allah, make me good, and make the person who I may marry, make that person good as well. Or make that person better than me, or make that person a cause of me getting closer to you." This is what you really want, because you have to look towards the future. You can't just say, "Oh, I want to marry this person because I like this person, or this person looks nice." That's good, but then when you get old, what's going to happen? There has to be something there. And you have to have something in common with that person, a common goal. Because if you have two different goals, then you won't be able to live together. But again, for those who want to get married, you have to ask Allah first. If you find someone that you like, you ask Allah. Do istikhara. Some type of consultation with Allah. Oh Allah, if this person is good for me, then allow it to happen. If not, then turn my heart away from this person.
What kind of good men or good woman are you looking for? And what advice to people?
What do you mean?
If I'm a female now, I am looking for a man. What I'm looking for? What kind of husband I'm looking for? What qualification?
You want someone who will be able to support you in your deen, support you in getting closer to Allah. You want someone who understands your love of Allah and respects that, and someone who will help you attain goodness between you and Allah. you want to find someone who listen to you when you have a problem. Someone who will not command you to do things, but talk to you and consult with you. You want someone who can you want someone who won't turn you away from Allah.
How you can get all this from young men like you? He's young and he doesn't have it.
What do you
Can
mean?
we get somebody and we said we grow together? Always repeat
If that person, if you find someone and this person is not that close to Allah or doesn't feel that he's close to Allah, then you have to find out first if he wants it. If he wants to be close to Allah, if he really wants it. And again, you have to do istikhara. And you have to ask Allah, oh Allah, is this person good? And you have to always turn to Allah in these kind of cases. And for someone like that, again, there has to be some type of understanding between you and that person. Even if it means having a conversation and finding out what he wants to do in life. Because you'll find out through a person's manner, through the way he talks, through his tone of voice, what he really is about. And based on this perception, you'll be able to tell if he's serious about his goal in life with Allah.
Is any special message from you to the whole ummah?
To the whole ummah, I would say that look to the past, read or learn about the history of the beginning of Islam, how it began, and then look to the conditions that we're in today. Look to the nations, look to the kings, look to the presidents, look to how they're ruling, and look to how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would command the people, how he would rule among them. And if you want to learn something from the past, is that Islam had very humble beginnings. There were a few people, and they didn't fight the way we fight now. What we have, what people call Islam today, or at least the people who are fighting, in my opinion, that's not Islam. Because Islam is not about terror. Religion is not about dividing people. The whole point of Islam was to join people to Allah. And this is something that we forget. That when we look to each other, or when we look to what people are doing, we would rather see the differences amongst us. We don't think, what do we have in common? What can we do to benefit each other? What can we do to benefit the world? Because when Islam came, when it came even after the Prophet ﷺ passed away, it brought a lot of knowledge. It brought a lot of blessings to the nations that they conquered. And the people were weak. The people of Rome, of Byzantium, of the Persians. When they conquered these areas, these people were thirsty. And they were thirsty for something that would be greater than them, something that will bring them out of the poverty they were in, out of the despair that their rulers gave them. And Islam brought that. It brought knowledge. It brought knowledge, and it brought them prosperity. This is what Islam was. If you look now and you see Islam, or the way it's being portrayed by the media, by even the Muslims themselves, either we're apologizing to everyone, or we're telling them, no, this is how we are, we want everyone to be like us. And it's not going to be that way. We have to learn to accept our differences, as in lakum dinukum waliyadin, and make dua. Make dua to Allah that Allah guide these people, and you are the best of the ones who guide.